boxing fans, welcome to another edition of Boxing for Real. I'm your host, Don Omega. Iron Truth with me. Moving on down, it looks like Ricky Hatton is going to give up the WBA title probably to move back down to 140. Probably will try to fight someone like, I don't know, maybe Castillo or someone, if we would be lucky enough for him to try to fight someone that good. I don't really see him trying to fight someone like that. Would love to see him fight Paulie Malignaggi. Maybe he thinks he could beat him. He probably thinks he could take his power. And he might be able to take his power, actually.
Yeah,
but
definitely would.
I'd pick Malignaggi to beat him.
By decision, I would
Clearly.
too. Yeah. And,
would love for Augustus to get that fight. Manuel Augustus, that would be great. And
Augustus would embarrass him.
He would see that record and be fooled by it.
Yeah.
And Augustus would beat him. I'd even maybe pick a knockout for Augustus.
Possible. I wouldn't go that far, but I would pick Augustus to bloody him up very well and definitely beat him by a wide decision. Hatton would have no answer for Augustus' awkward dancing style of fighting, literally dancing, not just moving around the ring, actual dancing. But anyway.
But if Hatton gives up this title and doesn't fight Urquell instead and fights Burton and Augustus instead, I could live with that.
Oh, definitely.
I would be fine with that.
If Hatton fights Augustus.
If he fights Ben Raba or someone like that.
No. That's no point in moving down.
There's no difference in that and Urquell.
Urquell would even be a better opponent than Raba, actually. Urquell did give Tszyu trouble when they fought. He gave Harris trouble in their first fight, didn't in the rematch. He got destroyed in the rematch. Anyway, Urquell is a decent fighter, just have no interest in seeing him go up against Hatton. It's just a way for Hatton to get another win after two guys have already beat him and ruined him probably. So just like he did with Shambe Mitchell for about 2 or 3 fights in a row. And we'll have to see what he does. I personally hope he does go back to 140. There's guys like Malignaggi, Harris, and
Manuel Augustus.
Yeah, Manuel Augustus and Miguel Cotto also, but don't know how long Cotto's going to be there.
It really looks like Cotto's moving on up the next fight.
So you never know.
Okay, also Juan Diaz. He's a promotional free agent coming soon, at least in the next couple days of posting this. He will no longer supposedly be with Top Rank.
Main
Event.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. They haven't done shit for him. I don't think they've not promoted this guy well at all.
Yeah.
Juan Diaz should be a much bigger star with this kind of record that he's got. He's beaten good quality opponents.
Dominated them too.
And it's great news. Hopefully he goes with Golden Boy.
Yeah, Golden Boy is definitely setting the trend for great promoting. Everyone looking to get a fair deal needs to go with them, it looks like, for sure. Also, Zav Judas started his promotional company. Maybe Diaz would want to look at that. That's kind of on the ground still. It hasn't jumped off like Golden Boy, of course. That's going to take some time. Anyway.
Winky Wright?
He's now with Golden Boy also.
So, go with that division of Golden Boy if you want, whatever.
Yeah.
It'd be a great team-up, I think. I wouldn't go with Aram. No. I wouldn't go with Bob Aram.
No, stay away from all of those kind of promoters. Don King, Ludabella, don't mess with him, definitely. Stick with the fighters that are promoters now. So,
absolutely, we'd love to see it, and I'd love to see Juan Diaz move on and step up. Yeah. I think he's ready. He's as ready as he's going to be.
Yeah.
And he's still got some room to grow physically, but he's about as ready as he's going to be. And if he loses a fight here and there, he can still bounce back from it.
22. So
only 22.
Plenty of time.
And he looks like he has a pretty bright future.
Definitely.
So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
Also, Antonio Margarito turned down a fight with Winky Wright. Oh, how the tides have changed. Who's the one that's turning down fights now?
Thought everybody was ducking him, supposedly.
Now, the quoted number is $1.5 million. Again, we never know how much anyone's being offered, but the fact is he turned down a fight with Winky Wright.
After, fighters claiming that they're ducked by everybody, they take low money to get these fights when they're not big pay-per-view sellers or big marquee attractions. They do what they need to do. They have to take some low money at first to get these kind of world-class fights.
So they can get the win,
Right.
so they can get the other
money.
fights on the back end
Right.
of that.
And then they can get money from those. Zab Judah took on Corey Spinks for $100,000 twice each time. He took on Mayweather basically for free after the ridiculous suspension he had from the Las Vegas Commission, after he owed Don King some money also. That's just an example. This is what true, real fighters do. Margarito claiming everyone's ducking him. Bullshit. He's ducking Winky Wright, it looks like. So, you know, stop making excuses. Either sign or shut the fuck up about it.
And I would think Winky Wright would either maybe, I don't really think he'd knock him out actually.
No, I don't.
But he would definitely dominate him, no doubt. And Margarito knows that.
Yeah.
Margarito knows that. He doesn't want any of Winky Wright. Aram doesn't want him to fight Winky Wright.
Yeah.
Margarito himself would be willing to, I think, but
Possibly.
Aram isn't going to let you. So.
Aram knows better.
And you know better too. So, I mean, you might as well. In other news, it looks like Joe Mesi will not be fighting in South Africa. At first it was announced that he would be fighting in South Africa, then the card was cancelled. Don't know what happened there, don't really care.
Glad it's canceled because they weren't going to show him anyway, so it's better that it worked out that way. Now maybe his next fight will be shown here, so that's what we can hope for.
Yeah, if you're trying to build this guy up into a formidable contender again, why do you keep not showing him? It doesn't make any sense.
Absolutely.
Just like Riddick Bowe is supposed to be fighting, I believe, in October.
7th,
yeah. Mm-hmm. And they're not showing him. Why?
That would be a great undercard for the Barrett-Valou fight in Madison Square Garden, New York, where Bowe is from. So
put both those guys on that card.
Yeah, definitely. Barrett, of course,
have
from New York
a
also.
heavyweight party for everyone that's so big into heavyweights.
Yeah. So, you know, they're not showing him. I mean, I don't know what they're thinking, how they expect.
I guess Mesi can't get licensed there, which is stupid, but
yeah.
Okay, whatever.
But there's plenty of places here that will license him. So, Louisiana, like he fought in last time.
Tennessee, probably.
Yeah. So, any places like that, it shouldn't be hard. He needs to be shown with every fight, as all people like that do, anyway.
Okay, also Mosley Vargas, just letting this be known, Mosley Vargas 2 got 350K pay-per-view buys. So anyone that was criticizing this for being on pay-per-view again, looks like it sold well again, so take that for what it's worth.
Well, they're the same ones that went out. They complained about it the whole time up until the fight. I'm not getting this, I'll never pay for a pay-per-view, and then of course they ordered, you know, these people. Anyway, the first fight did actually 450,000. The final numbers aren't going to be up for a while. De La Hoya Mayorga looked like 800,000 and something for its first week. A month later, we find out that it was about 925,000. So you never know, this could end up 500,000 or more.
And these big numbers, this is just showing you, if these big numbers are being made for a sport that's not that popular, imagine what it would do if it were popular. Imagine the kind of sponsorship deals these companies could get where they wouldn't even have to charge us fans. They could go to these sponsors who would be willing to pay millions. I mean, what is it now for the Super Bowl? It's like $2 million for a 30-second commercial? Come on. Put some of that kind of money toward boxing.
A real sport.
And absolutely. And I mean, people are going to watch. If these many people are buying it, these aren't the ones stealing it on cable. Yeah. You know who you are. Hook us up. No, you know who you are. You're stealing it. I don't blame you. I'm not judging you for that. More power to you that you figured out how to do it.
Absolutely. Let us know. And shouldn't be you shouldn't have to pay extra for it anyway. Nope. So good for them.
And but this is ridiculous. They could do this through sponsorship instead of putting the burden on the fans, where more popular sports don't. The fans don't have to pay these prices.
You don't pay anything.
Nope, unless they get those league pass things, which is like pocket change to boxing fans.
Yeah.
$100, $150 for every game.
Yeah, for a whole season.
I would gladly pay that for every single
pay-per-view.
fight.
Yeah, wherever it's on, definitely. So, stop pay-per-view.
Absolutely. Sponsorship. Thanks for tuning in. Don Omega, Iron Truth, OmegaFights.com. Email us boxingforreal@gmail.com. Check our friends at FightFan.com out. We'll be working with them soon. See ya.